2024 has, at least so far for the Rajasthan Royals, been the season of Riyan Parag. And how strange it feels to say that when you recall the fact that at one point in time, Parag was seen by many as someone who was holding on to a spot in the playing 11 in a rather unjust way. Yes, he had shown flashes of talent, but those flashes were far too inconsistent and more often than not was marred by what many perceived to be a bad attitude problem. However, there were always going to be signs that Riyan Parag in 2024 could very well be a changed player and a changed man. He was in fantastic form during the domestic season in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. He got 7 back-to-back 50 scores. In the Ranji Trophy as well, he was in good form. One of the games he ended up smashing what was then the fastest 100 ever in Ranji Trophy history. So there's no denying the fact that the Assam all-rounder has been putting in the hard yards when it comes to improving his game and more importantly, bringing in consistency. So what exactly has changed for Riyan Parag? According to the man himself, nothing much. After the match against the recent match against Mumbai Indians, he said this very simply in the press conference. He said that, look, nothing has changed, just that I've simplified things down. Before, I would think too much. This year, the goal is simple: watch the ball, hit the ball. Now, elite sport can often be down to breaking down, let's say, simple things and being able to repetitively do it over and over. It's what Indian cricketers have often referred to as following their processes, a term which I personally don't like, but which does make sense in the sense that if you keep consistently doing something, it becomes a habit and you're able to execute it more and more. That's what Riyan Parag has done. He simplified it in his head and ensured that he has a clarity of thought process so that he can execute what it is that he wants to do. But clarity of thought process isn't everything. You also sometimes need to be putting in the hard yards when it comes to practice. So clarity of mind and everything is a bit of a vague concept because it comes down to mentality. What about actually putting in the hard yards when it comes to practice? Well, Parag has been doing that too. He said that when the performances are not coming, you get back to the drawing board. I practice really hard and I have been practicing these kind of scenarios as well. So basically what he's been doing is also visualizing and saying that, okay, listen, if I'm in a situation where the team needs these many runs at this economy rate, I'm going to practice like that. If it's a small one, then I'll play this way. If the asking rate's very big, need to go all out from ball one. He's been practicing all of that and it is quite clearly visible in his game. In fact, it's been so visible that he was paid some very high praise by Rajasthan Royals' current bowling coach, Shane Bond. And whilst you may not agree with the praise or the comparison that has been drawn by Bond, but it's incidentally something that the man who he's been compared to does very much believe in. Why do I say that? Because Shane Bond said that he sort of reminds me a little bit of Suryakumar Yadav. He looks like that. He has got extreme talent. Now that is in fact very, very heavy praise from a Shane Bond, especially when you consider that Bond is someone who would have seen Suryakumar Yadav at close quarters, given that up until last season he was in fact the Mumbai Indians bowling coach. So him saying that, it's not, let's just say, something that may be hyperbolic, it's something that he has thought through. And what's even more, it is something that even Sky has seen in Riyan Parag. Whilst he's not gone on to say that he's going to be the next Suryakumar Yadav, he does believe that the version we're seeing is a new and improved Riyan Parag, or dare I say, Riyan Parag 2.0. In fact, this is what, of course, Suryakumar Yadav had posted sometime before the IPL on his Instagram stories, and he posted a text message of sorts where he said that I met a guy at the NCA a few weeks ago. He came with a slight niggle, completely focused on his recovery and with great discipline working on his skills, and I was not wrong to tell that to the coaches there, he is a changed guy. Riyan Parag 2.0, watch out. And indeed, it does seem like Suryakumar Yadav's prophecy has come true. This very much is Riyan Parag 2.0. How long he can sustain this kind of form given the kind of start he's had, something that remains to be seen. But what you can tell is that this version of the player seems more rounded, more complete and more mature than the player who, while showing plenty of promise in the past few years, had oftentimes flattered to deceive and underwhelm. This seems to be the kind of person who a franchise would want to build around. And I also have to give a little credit to the Rajasthan Royals. They stuck with him and now their patience is finally being rewarded as we see Riyan Parag go from someone with potential to becoming someone starting to fulfill his potential. But what are your thoughts on Riyan Parag 2.0? Do you think that the hype is real? Do you think it's maybe too early to tell? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sports the Cap, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, though, from my side, it's goodbye.